Well, and you've got a brand new white paper and a brand new newsletter and a brand new set of information for people that want to know more about all of this. And I'm going to encourage you, because David will send it to you at no cost to you, absolutely free, if you call 844-604-2575, 844-604-2575. But the unwinding, you've used this term, but I want people to know a little bit more about what it means. The unwinding of the balance sheet, with those treasuries being released, as you were just talking about, has really had a deleterious effect on the economy. In fact, if you just had the tariffs, if you just had the market uncertainty, if you just had any one of these things, you could have a potential bubble that would be ready to kind of crash all the progress we've made. But the unwinding of the balance sheet is something that the Fed is doing on purpose. Yeah. Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? Is it good? Does it need to be done for the nation's health but hurts our consumers in the long haul? Explain this to us, David.
Well, first of all, the Fed is separate from the government, so it's not the nation's health, it's the Fed's health of them and their assets. Let's put this into perspective here. Obviously, in 2007, we had a financial crisis, and so what happened, the government came to the rescue with stimulus, $770 billion, and they also did a TARP program, $880 billion. That didn't stimulate or support the banking system enough. So the Fed got involved. They did a thing called quantitative easing, 1, 2, and 3. What is that? They created money by buying an asset called Treasuries and the mortgage-backed securities, which are the mortgages that were defaulting in 2008 through 2012. Their balance sheet before they did this, Kevin, in other words, assets that they hold, was about $800 billion, under $1 trillion. So this ballooning of their balance sheet went to $4.5 trillion, and they bought the two assets, like I said, treasuries and mortgage-backed securities. So their balance sheet is high, so they have what you call risk. They're leveraged at 77 to 1 versus they were leveraged at 7 to 1 previous to this.
Wow.
So now they're saying we need to get rid of it. We need to sell it. So they're minimizing their risk level. And in selling treasuries get sold, Kevin, by the Federal Reserve and other investors on the 15th of the month, unless it's on a weekend. And at the end of the month, the last trading day of the month, most of treasuries liquidate at the end of the month, though. So we can see, and I said that they're going to be doing this because this is their plan. They've also said it would cause market volatility. So they started the major unravel this year. They actually started a little bit in September, wasn't much. But they started in January, February, March, $30 billion a month. They bumped it up April to 40. By the end of the year, we're going to be at $50 billion a month. And next year, that's $660 billion a year. So this is going to, or $600 billion a year. That's going to cause some volatility. So what they're doing is they're selling. Think with me for a second. They're selling our biggest asset, our dollar, treasuries. Scary thought.
Well, and that's the thing. If it's this is pain that quantitative easing caused. So you can answer this on the other side of the break, but doesn't it make sense that we get rid of the quantitative easing to make the dollar in the long run more valuable, even though that pain is there? I've never had anybody answer that question for me. When we get back, David, let's attack that one right off the top. David Fischer is here. He's got free gifts for you. Your financial survival guide for 2018, 844-604-2575. You can also get one when you go to am970theanswer.com, my New York radio station. And when you get that survival guide, you're automatically registered for your chance to win a gold coin worth somewhere around $2,000. am970theanswer.com or 844-604-2575. It's Radio Not Live. We're coming right back, live from New York.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I'm Mark Gastineau. I played in the NFL for 10 years. I was diagnosed with CTE, with dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. The fruits and vegetables that we take from Balance of Nature is the best thing that we could ever do. And I'm calling in now to order extra because my wife has been taking mine because she sees a difference in me. It is a wonderful thing that Balance of Nature is doing. I hear the testimonies on the radio, but I'm a testimony for myself. And the fruits and vegetables, if I don't take them every single day, my day is not going to go the same. So God bless you, and thank you for what you've done for my wife and I.
When you call, use discount code KMC, and we'll take 35% off your first month's order and ship it to you free. Call 800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code KMC.
Hi, Kevin McCullough. I want to tell you the story of a young girl named Abuk Tantan. Abuk Tantan was taken into slavery from South Sudan into northern Sudan a number of years ago. She saw her mother executed on the trail from the south to the north. Her brother and her dad were also assassinated right in front of her eyes because they did not go along with what their captors wanted. Lastly, she was told when she reached the slave encampment that she would have to complete her own circumcision with the lid of a tin can, and she was shown a way down to a river. Friends, these are the people that are still in captivity in the north, and we can liberate them. We did liberate 99 of them in December of this last year, and they received their liberation in January and are now reunited with their family in South Sudan. We've learned of 82 more women and children that need our help. Will you call now? $250 will liberate one person for life. 888-342-1010. 888-342-1010. 888-342-1010.
So, how are you enjoying this latest stock market roller coaster ride? You've worked too long and too hard to let market volatility and a tired old spend-down strategy rob you of your retirement savings. David J. Scranton, founder of Sound Income Strategies, has dedicated his entire career to educating baby boomers how to avoid becoming prey to market volatility and the retirement spend-down trap. To teach you how to get off the roller coaster and transform a potential retirement spend-down into retirement income, David's now offering free copies of his latest book, Return on Principle, 7 core values to help protect your money in good times and bad, to the first 1,000 boomers to respond to this message by calling 866-913-1234. 866-913-1234. Don't let market volatility ruin your retirement. 866-913-1234. 866-913-1234. Call now for your free book.
Hi, Kevin McCullough with great news from MyPillow. Right now, the most unbelievable offer to get you in a completely new sleep system at the lowest price possible. It's the bed topper from MyPillow, new and improved with patent-pending material that helps keep your body in Delta sleep, and the same great internal fill that helps your body stay as still and as restful as possible. But not only that, when you buy the bed topper from the MyPillow people right now, you're going to get 2 standard MyPillows free. In addition, call right now, 800-506-2641, and use promo code KMC. You'll get 30% off the topper, and you'll get the 2 free pillows. That's 1-800-506-2641, 1-800-506-2641, 1-800-506-2641, and get the bed topper with 2 standard MyPillows free. That's 1-800-506-2641, and use the promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. So glad you're with us. Kevin McCullough, happy to have you with us on a Saturday night. It's always a lot of fun to get together live from the greatest city on earth and to be with one of our good friends. David Fischer is the originator and founder and president and chief bottle washer over at Landmark Capital, and he's helping us understand what's going on in the markets this year. And David, I want to get back to the discussion in a second, but you also have made a number of predictions this year, and I just, when I was looking through some of the list of things that you've predicted, and how many of them have come true, you're like some sort of like I don't know, you're like a prophet. You can see the future at times, but I've got a list of something like 8 specific predictions that you've seen where you said, I think this is going to happen, and then sure enough it did. What do you think is going on here, and why do you think you have such a good handle on how this market is reacting to things?
Well, when you do something over and over for 25 years, Kevin, I would hope that your skill set gets developed, and I hope that you see some trends, and there's
know how to recognize them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know everything, and I want to put that disclaimer out there, but there's certain things when this happens, that happens, and there's a correlation of events that happen. I will say, though, that this is a very unusual market, and there's a lot of diverse movements pushing against each other. So it's hard to make predictions right now, but some were pretty obvious, and so thank you.
Well,
for
let me just make an observation. You said last December that Bitcoin was going to be around, but that it was going to drop in value. It's now like less than half what it was at the time you made that prediction.
Yeah, that was a week before the peak. I made that prediction on national radio, many programs. And I also said at that time, watch, the government's going to come and regulate Bitcoin. And the IRS won a court battle and summons 13,000 counts out of Coinbase, which is the largest Bitcoin trading platform. And now all the information is being sent to the IRS to make sure that those investors are paying taxes on the gains of Bitcoin and other investments in cryptocurrency. So, yeah, that was an obvious thing because the government doesn't want any money not being that people make gains at.
That's right. You're not going to get to keep one dime that is deserving of Washington. Well, let's get back to the discussion. But congratulations on all those things. And in fact, that is why sometimes when people call you, they say, David, I've been listening to you on Kevin for all this time, and you've made mention of this and this and this, and then it all happens. And they suddenly know that what you're advising by way of the markets is reliable. And so because of that credibility, you're able to really help them secure their portfolio in a way that they need for that long-term kind of issue. Let's get back to the discussion, though. We were talking about unwinding the balance sheet. Now, the Treasury, how do the Treasury bills issued relate to our government debt, and how does that stimulate the economy or our demise? What is the connection between the T-bills and what happens there?
Okay, so our government overspends. We took in, as an example, last year we had a record number, $3.3 trillion of revenue came into the government, yet we lost $1.2 trillion of net losses. I mean, the government just disclosed that. So we're overspending. And so to suffice or to support the overspending, Kevin, a Treasury bill needs to be created. In 2016, the Treasury, to put this in perspective, this will blow your mind. In 2016, the Treasury created 560 billion Treasury bills. In 2017, it was 666 billion. And this year, they're projecting in January, they're going to issue 955 billion, which is a 43% increase from last year. On February 2nd, though, the Treasury came out and said, we made a mistake. We actually need to increase more in their annual report, and they said it's 1.16 trillion. At the end of the first quarter, though, Kevin, they created $488 billion in Treasuries. If you amortize that over the year, we're at $1.95 trillion in Treasuries. That's 3 times larger than last year, 280% actually. So the Treasuries are ballooning, and this is going to create a problem because when the Treasury is being sold back to the Treasury by the Fed, they have to pay the Fed the money. They don't have the money, so they have to create another Treasury and hope Wall Street sells that to enough investors. So it's really, it sounds crazy to say it this way because I love my country, but it's a modern day officially okay Ponzi scheme, and that's what it is happening. It's okay when we don't have to balloon the Treasury bill, but when the debt is growing, the Treasuries are growing, and the Fed is selling our asset, that creates, and while interest rates are going up, that is creating something that's never ever happened in the history of our country. This is why we're going to have a financial challenge, maybe a severe challenge greater in 2007. People who don't sell gold are saying this in 2020. So. This does not really do much for the dollar, to answer your question. The dollar's been actually rising because interest rates are rising.
David, hold that thought. We're coming right back. It's 844-604-2575 if you want that free information kit. Coming right back.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I'm Mark Gastineau. I played in the NFL for 10 years. I was diagnosed with CTE, with dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. The fruits and vegetables that we take from Balance of Nature is the best thing that we could ever do. And I'm calling in now to order extra because my wife has been taking mine because she sees a difference in me. It is a wonderful thing that Balance of Nature is doing. I hear the testimonies on the radio, but I'm a testimony for myself. And the fruits and vegetables, if I don't take them every single day, my day is not going to go the same. So God bless you, and thank you for what you've done for my wife and I.
When you call, use discount code KMC, and we'll take 35% off your first month's order and ship it to you free. Call 800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code KMC.
Hi, Kevin McCullough with great news from MyPillow. Right now, the most unbelievable offer to get you in a completely new sleep system at the lowest price possible. It's the bed topper from MyPillow, new and improved with patent-pending material that helps keep your body in Delta sleep, and the same great internal fill that helps your body stay as still and as restful as possible. But not only that, when you buy the bed topper from the MyPillow people right now, you're going to get 2 standard MyPillows free. In addition, call right now, 800-506-2641, and use promo code KMC. You'll get 30% off the topper, and you'll get the 2 free pillows. That's 1-800-506-2641, 1-800-506-2641, 1-800-506-2641, and get the bed topper with 2 standard MyPillows free. That's 1-800-506-2641 and use the promo code KMC. 800-506-2641. Hi, Kevin McCullough. My friends at Landmark Capital are going patriotic. They'd like you to win a $20 1-ounce Liberty Gold coin on July 6th, 2 days after July 4th. That patriotic of all patriotic holidays. Call and get your 2018 Financial Survival Kit, and when you do, you're automatically registered to win potentially the $20 Liberty coin and a personal consultation with Landmark CEO David Fischer about your portfolio. Personally, with you. You hear him on Money Mondays with me on Kevin McCullough Radio. Enter by calling 844-604-2575. Contest runs April 9th through July 6th, and every entry gets the 2018 Financial Survival Kit, a value of nearly $200 at no cost to you. Enter by calling 844-604-2575. That's 844-604-2575.
So, how are you enjoying this latest stock market roller coaster ride? You've worked too long and too hard to let market volatility and a tired old spend-down strategy rob you of your retirement savings. David J. Scranton, founder of Sound Income Strategies, has dedicated his entire career to educating baby boomers how to avoid becoming prey to market volatility and the retirement spend-down trap. To teach you how to get off the roller coaster and transform a potential retirement spend-down into retirement income, David's now offering free copies of his latest book, Return on Principle, 7 core values to help protect your money in good times and bad, to the first 1,000 boomers to respond to this message by calling 866-913-1234, 866-913-1234. Don't let market volatility ruin your retirement. 866-913-1234, 866-913-1234. Call now for your free book.
So glad you're with us, Kevin McCullough, and it is economics night. We're kind of getting our economics on with my foremost authority. There's a lot of people out there that talk about money and talk about what you should do, and they've all got strategies and tricks of the trade and so forth. David Fischer, I want to mention this purposefully for a second. I research and I have to have a very good feeling about who I put on the air to talk about economic issues with. And David is one of those people that I did that on, and that we've had a long conversation and a long relationship now, I think spanning a couple of years at least on the air. And because I know his heart, because I know what he wants to do for you, because I know that he is interested in helping secure the investments that you have worked so hard to secure over the course of your life, that this is why I personally recommend and endorse what David does. It is not it's not just somebody that just comes in and buys time and takes on the airwaves. David puts a lot of thought into our time together, and he tries to bring the foremost issues that he's concerned about in the economy and wants to make sure you're aware of. And David, having said that, I think that sets up real well why I want people to understand what you have to say about what gold is doing, because as the stocks have been all over the place, I mean, gold has not had a great year. Gold and stocks both did well in 17. In fact, gold really did well. They've had a different year than 17. Both of them have, but gold has still outperformed and is still doing better than where the stocks are at. So explain kind of how that works for people that are joining us for the first time, and why it's important to look at a portion of what they have being held in metals.
Well, gold and equities are pretty much equal. They're flat for the year for the most part, Kevin, right now. Gold, but here's
all right, we had a little. Okay, do we have him back?
Wait.
We had a little bit of an interruption there on the network. David, start your answer over again.
So right now, gold and equities are even for the year. They're flat.
Okay.
But the unique thing about gold is that because the dollar has risen so much this year, gold should have gone down $100 to $150, and it didn't. So this tells us the strength of gold, because here's what's caused that. People like central bank managers of the world, their purchases are up 42% in gold this year so far compared to the same time frame last year at this time. What does that tell us? That says, and they're the biggest buyers of gold. That tells us they look into the future and they say something's getting ready to happen in the future, a year or so, 2 years, within the next 5 years. That's what that tells us. Russia's been buying gold, China's been buying gold, Iran's been buying gold. Lots of countries that have not, Turkey's been buying gold. Central bank buying of gold has taken a big jump this year. They're predicting something's going to happen, which coincides with a lot of people like Jim Rogers, he's a billionaire, 74 years old, the guy that wears the funny blue, funny bow ties. He's saying we're going to have the biggest downturn in the markets that we have ever had in his lifetime in the next couple of years. So, I mean, there's lots of people and it has nothing to do with gold, but he does suggest you need to have some gold in the portfolio. So why gold makes sense, because if we go back to 2007, Kevin, what happened? Stocks came down 45%, real estate came down about the same, cash became king, and gold went up 50% in 2008, and it went on a multi-year run, doubled in 2.5 years, while stocks took about 6 years to break even. And some areas of real estate still haven't gone up to the pre-2007 levels. So this is why we say a portion, the scriptures talks about this, not to being religious, but a portion to 7, a portion to 8, because you do not know what tragedy may befall you. In other words, don't have all your eggs into one basket. Stockbrokers and financial planners want to have a big piece of the pie, and they recommend that you be a lot heavily in equities. People that follow that advice and rode the market down in 2008 lost tremendous amount of money. Trillions of dollars were lost. Yet diversification is a very proper tool in asset allocation, and it makes sense to have a portion of your money in gold, because it's not if we will have a recession or a downturn. And Jamie Dimon said 2 weeks ago, the largest CEO of the largest bank in the world, JP Morgan City, said we will 100% have a recession coming up. He didn't put a time frame on it, but he said it's 100% we will have one. So prepare now, before, like Noah prepared for the ark, the raining, before it started raining. I'd rather be 2 years too early than 2 days too late. Sure. Because once the Fed starts raising rates, Kevin, third and fourth quarter and into the next year, we're going to see higher gold prices.
Yeah,
definitely is going to happen.
And friends, that's everything he just said is one of the reasons why I have a much more aggressive position in metal than a lot of my friends do. But I do that for that very specific reason. I want my investments, and I want my family, I want the stewardship of my life to be well cared for, and it's one of the reasons why I hold the position that I do. I don't recommend that everybody does that, but that's just my own personal thing. David, real quickly before we're done, and friends, if you would like to register for your chance to win a gold coin that's worth about $1,700, now's your chance to do it. AM970theanswer.com is the website. here in New York. You can register online, or you can call David's office and register with them as well, 844-604-2575. You can also request any of the free resources that you've heard David mention this evening. They are standing by ready to talk to you, 844-604-2575. But the coin you're giving away is really cool, and I thought maybe if you had a second here at the end of our time together to just talk about it, maybe show it to the folks at home. But it's a it's kind of a patriotic coin. You're giving it away around July 4th. My heart's beating already faster because I love my country. Tell us about it.
Well, here's the coin, Kevin. I'm holding it in my hand. I think the camera can see it okay there.
Yeah.
It's an 1876 S, which means it's minted in San Francisco. You know, the gold in them there hills that was discovered in the gold rush in 1848. Now that same gold was minted in this coin in the San Francisco Mint. They minted 1.5 million coins, but we had a meltdown of gold, a recall in 1933. So only about 13,000 of these survived, and then this condition called an AU58, so it's been circulated, but it's been authenticated through a grading company called NGC. This coin, there's about 3,700 known to be in existence in this grade. So it's not a rare coin, but it has a story behind it because it's a 100-year celebration of the Declaration of Independence with the gold that they mined out of San Francisco where it was discovered.
That is just so cool. And friends, if there's no other reason why you should sign up, you should at least sign up for your chance to own this coin. I mean, it's really, really something. And I think you will greatly enjoy it. David Fischer, always appreciate your help. 844-604-2575. And come on back. Help us understand the markets as we continue. It's Kevin McCullough, live from New York.
Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I'm Mark